Hey everybody, Josh Simon here. I wanted to make this video because I'm hoping that some people might find this useful, our story and what's going on. If you're watching this video, you're one of three people. You're the people who've had a problem with a Tamko product, you're someone who's considering a Tamko product, or you're a Tamko employee. So I wanted to make this video to hopefully just provide some information to those who might find it useful. So this is a house that my wife bought in the summer of 2013. It was built in the spring and summer of 2013 by D.R. Horton, and it had Tamko roofing materials installed on it. She bought this house before we were married. Fast forward 6 years, we're trying to sell this house in August of 2019, and we had a little bit of issue with the roof. The inspector failed the roof on the grounds that there was granular material separating from the shingle. It was obviously a manufacturer defect. We had four different roofing companies and an inspector all tell us the same thing. This was not caused by weather. This was not caused by improper installation. This wasn't caused by ventilation. It was a manufacturer defect. Therefore, it's not covered by insurance, and the only person that could help us would be Tamko themselves. So we have gone through the process, and understand, I want to preface this with any company can have a manufacturer defect. And when you're mass producing a product like this, I understand, and I don't fault the roofing company that put the roof on. I don't fault Tamko for the fact that a defect happened. I mean, it happens. I don't think they intentionally put out a bad product. However, I measure a company by what they do when they find out there's a problem. And let's go up and take a look at the issue, and then let's talk about what Tamko's solution to this has been. I'm going to put you guys up here on the roof for a second. Alright, so let's go up here, take a look at our 6-year-old roof. So I don't know if the camera's going to show it very well or not, but there's these little patterns here where the materials are separating from roof, and you can see it really good right here on some of these shingles. You can see that material's just, some of this granular material's completely gone. And it's happening several different places on the roof. It's happening on all elevations. And according to the different roofing companies that we had come out here and inspect this, they said, hey, when they install these shingles, they install them at these angles like this, so you can tell this was installed. This is a bad batch. It's happening over here as well. It's happening on this part of the roof here. I'm not sure how well the camera will show that, but it's happening over there. And then it's happening again over here in this area. It's hard for me to see the camera and what it's seeing, but you can see here it's happening as well. It's also happening. This elevation is one of the only elevations that wasn't terribly impacted, but it is happening back over here on this side a little bit in here. And then of course it's happening on that back one. So how did Tamko handle this situation? Well, their response, mind you, this is in their contract, so they're within their right to do what they've done, but you want to know this if you're a potential customer and you're trying to choose between something like, say, Owens Corning and Tamcrap. Tamko basically said, hey, if this had been reported to us within 5 years, we would pay for the labor on the roof. But since it's reported 6 years in, we'll cover a prorated amount to replace the shingles only. Now, when my roofer came up here and measured the damage, they said 2,800 square feet of damage on a roughly 3,200 square foot roof. But just like a wedding cake, if you screw up the cake, you haven't just screwed up a cake, you screwed up a wedding. Tamko shingle, you can't just replace the shingles in isolation, especially not this much shingle. You're going to have to tear up the paper. You're going to have to put in new pipe jacks. You're going to have to put sealant, nails, labor, haul away, delivery. There's a lot of fees that go into this. So I contacted Tamko and said, hey, this is the situation. They said, send the shingles, fill the forms out. Did that. They confirmed we actually have a defect. But what was their response? Their response was, well, the roof lasted 6 out of the 10 years on the warranty, that's the first thing. To me, that's deceptive business practice. You call this a 25-year shingle and you only warranty it for 10, it's a 10-year shingle. You only truly warranty it for 5, it's a 5-year shingle. Come on, Tamko, let's be honest. I don't care if it's a company-wide thing or not. Let's be honest about that. But number 2, we're not going to cover 100% of the damage to your roof. The shingles lasted 6 out of the 10 years that they're warranted. So we're only going to cover a prorated amount of the shingles. So they gave us a voucher to cover 2,600 square feet of the roof. Shingles only, not the materials. So now me, as a firefighter who does not make a ton of money, with a pregnant wife who's a teacher, again, we don't have a ton of money, who are trying to sell our house because we're trying to buy a bigger house for our expanding family, and I have to come up with a check now. Tamko's voucher is roughly good for about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet of shingles, and I'm now going to have to come out of pocket between $4,000 and $4,500 to pay a roofer because the roofing company that installed the roof says get stuffed. D.R. Horton doesn't care, and Tamko is not doing the right thing and just warranting a prorated amount of their shingles. Oh, it lasted 6 years. No, it didn't. It was failing before that. We just weren't up here checking it. I mean, you can obviously tell this didn't start overnight, and more than likely, more of the roof is going to continue to deteriorate in that time. So you should be replacing not only the shingles, you should be replacing the roof. You should be paying for the labor to replace this roof and the other materials associated, because again, it's not an isolated thing that we can just take shingles off the roof. So shame on Tamko for what you've done. And if you're considering a Tamko product or you're having a problem with Tamko, I just wanted to share the story of the issues that we're having now. I hope this video gets a lot of views. If you found it useful, please like it, share it. Again, every company can have a manufacturer defect. My understanding is these things go through massive assembly lines where there's jets that spray emulsion on the actual asphalt shingle before the granulars are separated, and more than likely a clog in that clog in one of those jets is probably what caused this. But the insurance company won't cover you on a manufacturer defect, so you're out there, and of course Tamko won't make it right. So if your roof is under 5 years old, get up there and have it inspected now. If it's more than 5 years old, well, contact an attorney. Unfortunately, in the state of Texas, it's a very company-friendly state, not an individual, so I haven't had much luck contacting attorneys, but I just wanted to make this video and show you what's going on. And again, any company can have a problem, but this is what Tamko's chosen to do with this, is foot us, the little guy, with the $4,000+ bill because their product did not last. Not only that, they don't want to warranty their entire product, they want to prorate it like it partially lasted. I mean, come on. So hope you guys found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you around.